She betrayed the love of her life. When she returned home, everything was gone. Returning home that morning after what I had done felt like stepping into a reality that no longer belonged to me. The exhaustion wasn't just physical. It was soul deep, rooted in the brutal truth I had finally allowed myself to face. My name is Lena Wyatt, and I destroyed the best thing that ever happened to me. The apartment that Eli and I once shared, a space filled with laughter, weekend pancakes, late-night movie marathons, and the warmth of 1,000 quiet moments, now felt completely alien. Not because the walls had changed, but because I had. And because Eli was gone. The living room, usually filled with his quiet presence, a hoodie on the back of the couch, the faint scent of his cologne, the half-read book he always left on the coffee table, was cold. Silent. Me. I stood there, frozen in the doorway, still clutching my overnight bag like it was some kind of anchor to keep me from drifting into the abyss. But there was nothing familiar left to hold on to. His things were gone. No shirts hanging in the closet. No toothbrush in the bathroom cup beside mine. No framed pictures of us smiling in Paris, or camping under the stars. It was as if someone had come in and surgically removed him from every part of our home, and our life. He had vanished. And all he left behind was a single note. 2 words. Hope it was worth it. That note hit harder than any scream or slap ever could. It was the precise weight of his heartbreak, condensed into 6 syllables. And I deserved every bit of it. Where it all began. I'm not writing this to excuse myself. There are no excuses for what I did. But I want to understand. My therapist, Dr. Marin, encouraged me to write this out, to face my choices rather than keep running from them. So here I am. Eli and I had been together for 3 years. Solid, loving, real. He was gentle in all the ways I wasn't. Where I was chaotic and reactive, he was patient and grounded. He calmed storms in me I didn't even know were raging. We met on St. Patrick's Day, of all days. I remember it vividly. Crowded pub, cheap green decorations, my friends shouting over music. Eli wasn't wearing green. Instead, he approached me with his quiet smile and offered me a mini gold chocolate coin. "Here's your pot of gold," he said. I laughed, genuinely, for the first time in what felt like years. That moment became the first of many. He made me feel safe in a world that never had before. Loved. Truly seen. So how did I end up betraying him? The breaking point. The weeks leading up to our wedding should have been filled with joy, anticipation. But for me they were filled with pressure. Family tensions. Endless decisions. Expectations I wasn't sure I could meet. I felt like I was sprinting toward a cliff with no brakes. Eli. He was calm. Almost too calm. His only requests for the wedding. No extravagant bachelor or bachelorette parties, and that we keep it elegant. Simple tucks. Simple vows. He never asked for much. But I didn't talk to him about how overwhelmed I felt. I didn't tell him I was unraveling inside. I buried it, convinced I could push through. Convinced it was just cold feet. Convinced that maybe if I could just have one night, just one night to breathe. I made a choice. One I'll regret forever. The night that ruined everything. I planned a low-key bachelorette night. Or at least that was the lie I told myself. Drinks with friends, a few laughs, nothing wild. But alcohol has a way of distorting intentions. By midnight we were somewhere else. A friend's apartment, someone had hired a stripper. I should have left. I should have walked out. But I didn't. I stayed. I flirted. I laughed. And eventually I slept with him. Even now, the words feel acidic in my throat. The next morning, I woke up to the unfamiliar ceiling, the ache of shame already blooming in my chest before I fully opened my eyes. I reached out instinctively for Eli, expecting his arms to be there, to wrap me in comfort. But I wasn't with Eli. And in that moment, the weight of what I had done crashed down on me. I had taken everything beautiful and shattered it for a fleeting, meaningless moment. I went home hoping, stupidly, that maybe it would all still be there. That maybe I'd find him, and somehow the silence could undo my betrayal. But the apartment was empty. He had found out. The fallout. Eli blocked me on everything. Phone, email, social media. Just like that. Like I never existed in his world. I reached out to his best friend, Nate, hoping for any sliver of hope. All he said was, "Don't. He doesn't want anything from you. Respect that." Crushed me, but I understood. I'd made a mistake. No, more than a mistake. Ois. Betrayal. And now I had to live with it. The aftermath. In the weeks that followed, I shut down. I didn't eat. I didn't sleep. I avoided everyone. My friends, my family. All of them reached out, but I couldn't face them. How could I explain that I had destroyed a man who loved me more than anyone ever had? Eventually, I began therapy with Dr. Marin. I didn't want to talk. I didn't want to relive it. But she was patient. She helped me understand something hard but necessary. This wasn't just about one night. It was about self-worth. About fear. About how I had never believed I truly deserved Eli. And how, in trying to escape that fear, I became the very thing I feared most. Unlovable. I sabotaged the best thing I had because I couldn't believe it was real. Moving forward. It's been 8 months. Eli never reached out. He's gone. And he has every right to be. People ask me sometimes if I think there's a chance he'll forgive me. I don't know. Maybe forgiveness isn't the point. Maybe healing isn't about getting back what you lost. Maybe it's about learning why you lost it in the first place. I'm not the same person I was the night I betrayed him. But I'm also not the person I hope to become yet. All I can do now is keep facing the truth and try to rebuild. Not for someone else's love, but for my own redemption. Final words. If you've ever made a mistake you can't take back, know this. Shame will try to silence you. But healing starts the moment you decide to stop hiding. This is my story. It's not pretty, but it's real. And maybe, just maybe, someone out there will read this and choose differently.